Hey guys, Ben here and welcome back to another video. Today we got some major breaking news in regards to Superman Lois Season 4 and the series finale, because we have a huge confirmation that Tom Cavanagh from The Flash is going to be appearing in the series finale. So if you do go on to enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a like and a comment and subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future videos later this year. Okay, so when I first saw this online, I straight away went to the idea in my head because I didn't see like the official video that has now been released. So that confirms with Tom Cavanagh's own words that, yeah, he is going to be in the final season. But I saw an article and some of you guys tagged me in it, including Mastani on Twitter. And basically, I saw this article and I read it and I was like, so he was at a convention and he said that he was going to be appearing in Superman Lois Season 4 in this series finale, presumably. And I just didn't believe it because we've heard so many rumors about this character is going to show up in Superman Lois, this character will show up in the finale. And a lot of that is just speculation, right? When you talk about, oh, could Melissa Benoist show up as Supergirl just because, you know, it would be very fitting if she showed up in the series finale, or any other Arrowverse character, because it is going to be the final episode and the final season of the Arrowverse, because it is the final show, even though technically in season 2 they kind of distanced themselves away, but that was more distancing away from Earth Prime. And so let's go into this and break it down, because there was this official video that was sent to me. Again, I will leave it linked in the description below. So shout out to Mastani for tagging me in it so I actually saw it. But in this video, and I've quoted as much as I could from the video, some bits are a little bit uncertain about like what he actually said, but I roughly translated it and you can watch the video for yourself. Like right now, pause the video, go watch it, or you can watch it after this video. But basically he says, in response to a question from the moderator of the panel at this fan expo that he was at, the question was, do you have any credits in the final season of Superman Lois? And he goes on to say, so what was interesting about the final season of Superman Lois is, and then he goes on a little bit of a tangent, I like to do their finales and their premieres because you get to do so much more. When you're doing a finale, it's like, alright, I just want them to fight on top of a thing and land on a girder. And they're like, we don't have any of the money. Well, it's then like, find it. And they don't have any other episode that I could have done after that. So they find it and they're great. And so basically, even though it's not like completely clear what exactly he's saying here, this isn't any confirmation about him returning in the final season or appearing at all. This is him talking about previously directing finales and premieres of Superman Lois in its past seasons. And so he's just complimenting the way that they run the show and the fact that they always find money in these big episodes, and he likes to do those big episodes so he can do those big moments, so there's no actual restrictions on him as a director in those episodes. But he goes on to say, Todd Helbing, the showrunner, is ridiculously accommodating. Obviously they worked together on The Flash before when he was on The Flash, and he trusts what we were doing, and the vision is going to be something that Warner Brothers is going to love. So once you do that, you have a lot of leeway because Warner Brothers now trusts you. So he's talking about himself as a director, he has leeway. And so he goes on to talk about this series finale and the fact that he wanted to get on board as the director. So he says, so the finale for Superman Lois was taken up with another director. And so I said, well, I'm happy to not do it, which was when Todd said, would you play a role? And so he goes on to tease, and so that's what's coming up for those of you who watch Superman Lois. So those are the official quotes from Tom Cavanagh himself. You can check the video in the link in the description below to listen to what I just read out to you. Obviously, I kind of paraphrased a little bit of it, but what he confirms here is that, yeah, he's going to be in the finale because he was not able to come on board as a director, which he has previously directed a couple of episodes in Superman Lois's past. And because of his connection to Todd Helbing, they've got a good relationship, it seems, from The Flash and then later in Superman Lois with him directing multiple episodes. It seems what Todd was able to do was compromise and be like, sorry that the directing role has been taken up for the finale. We know that you wanted to do the finale, you love doing the finales. So, would you play a role? Now, let's talk about that, because he confirms he's going to be in an episode of Superman Lois, and we can presume it's in the series finale. So I actually don't know where Tom Cavanaugh is based, but I know he was in New York recently watching Grant Gustin on Broadway, but that's, not too far away if you want to fly there and back. I don't know if he's New York based or Vancouver based. He might have been in the area shooting already, but it seems he will be in the series finale as he confirms. And so let's talk about what character could he play. Now, the way he phrases it by saying that Todd said, would you play a role in the series finale? That definitely comes across to me like he's playing a new role, like not a role that he has previously said, because he doesn't say, oh, can you come as Eobard Thawne, or can you come to the show as Harrison Wells? Yeah, it very much so could be, an alternate version of Harrison Wells from Superman Lois's Earth. I think that's probably the most likely option, because, Superman Lois is on a different Earth. We've seen different versions of characters we've seen before in the Arrowverse show up in the show multiple times. And so I think you could see a version of Harrison Wells from Superman Lois's Earth. Now, I have no idea if this Harrison Wells would have a connection to the Flash, but wouldn't it be cool if somehow Star Labs got involved, Harrison Wells was there, and we just got like one final callback to the Flash and to the Arrowverse before the show ends? Now, they would find a way to involve him a little bit. Now, I don't expect them to have him in a lot of the episode. Like, I bet you he's just in a cameo or something, because they don't have much budget, as he was pretty much inferring this whole time. But they find a way. That is what he was saying Todd is so good at. He always finds a way and is very accommodating for him. And so with him being asked to be in Superman Lois's final season, you're going to see him in a different role. Now, let me know, what do you think he's going to be playing? What type of character? I really doubt it's going to be Reverse Flash. I think it makes no sense, because why would Reverse Flash show up in Superman Lois and in the finale? There is no actual logical reasoning for that. So I think Harrison Wells as a callback to the Flash is probably the best idea. However, there's always the possibility that the role he's going to be playing could be a totally new character. That is definitely possible, and I don't really have any speculations about what that role could be. He could be a villain, he could be, in disguise so you don't even realize it's him. Like, I remember that one episode in Supergirl where I think Melissa Benoist was directing the episode, and Chris Wood, who played Mon-El on Supergirl, appeared in a body bag, but like you would never realize that it's him under there because you never saw his face, right? So there is those type of cameos where it's just like a nod to the past, because they can, after the show airs, be like, oh yeah, that's where Tom Cavanaugh was, he's in the background of this scene. But the way that he talks about it, playing a role is more than just a tiny cameo or a background appearance. So I think we will actually see him face to face on the screen. And I think it will be very curious if he makes any interactions with the Superman Lois cast. I don't know if there's going to be any direct correlation to the Arrowverse in the finale. Obviously, I would hope that there is some sort of major callback, because after all, the Arrowverse really set this show up, and now it's literally the end of an era. And so a lot of you guys online have been agreeing with, the sentiment that they should pay homage, and it's a great sign that they're, actually including someone from the past, because we've definitely all been like, are they going to show anyone? Is it only going to be Superman Lois characters? Well, I think we all presumed that, but this is actually shocking news to me. Like, I was not expecting this at all. So I think this is going to be more of a nod to the Flash and a nod to the Arrowverse. But also, I've seen people online questioning why David Ramsey isn't showing up, just because he directed more episodes and appeared in more episodes as John Diggle, especially more recently. I don't think Tom Cavanaugh has ever shown up on the show, but he has directed multiple episodes, so obviously that makes a lot of sense. And I think this was just a way to accommodate Tom actually being involved in this final season, because he didn't direct an episode, and that has been confirmed so far. And so, yeah, I mean, there is always the opportunity that the multiverse is involved, but more likely than not, he is going to be playing a character that is just an alternate version of probably Harrison Wells. But that pretty much does it for this video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know down in the comments below if you're excited to see the return of Tom Cavanagh and potentially the return of Harrison Wells in the Arrowverse for one final time. Also leave a like on the video, it would really help this video get out there. Also subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future videos. But for now you can click on the top right corner of the screen to watch my latest video, and I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.
I see red.